I work out. I bench pressed 250 pounds today. Thank you. Thank you. At Curves. Her name was Sheila. She fell off the life cycle. But I got her back up. We hugged and had a smoothie.
You notice everyone started off with their own stride, their own pace. You don't have to perform. Just make it for yourself. Swim against the stream. We all have a great need for acceptance. But you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular, even though the herd may go, that's bad.
All right, guys.
It's not my best thing.
It's all right.
Facing the camera. I've never done a podcast with a huge fucking light in it as well. This is great.
Yeah, I'll sort that out next week. We'll do a fucking softbox. It'll be a whole thing. Yeah, we'll sort it out. So basically, we like the part of the reason I put this together is mainly because a lot of comics have passed away that are way too soon. And for instance, Brody Stevens, killer comic. He had like a lot of you people don't know this, so he did the basically 1 till 2 a.m. spot, which is like the closing spot at the Comedy Store every single week. And like it was like that energy, just constantly like that was a snippet, and it's like that constantly for like 2 hours. It's almost like a stream of thought, but it's way more funny and way more severe. And if someone had their arms crossed, if someone even blinked for too long, he would attack them. Arms crossed negative. He would, yeah, he's brilliant. But, he suffered from depression even while he didn't know how loved he was. And unfortunately, that's not, I'm realizing as I say it, not a great way to start the podcast.
It's a fun podcast. This is fun. That's a good energy.
Well, every time we start the podcast, it's going to be referencing death.
Yeah,
so we got to figure out a way. I mean, even looking at the benevolence of
I've got to figure it out. But you know what the thing is? He was all about positive energy.
Yeah.
Close with death.
Death is a closer.
Fun stuff.
Well, it's too late
Just like
now.
life. It's fun at the beginning and then at the end dead.
True that.
Well, that's a bit severe. So basically, man, like he reigned with that. He was called the King of Periscope. Prince of Periscope. He used to just periscope himself walking around the streets just at any hour. And like there's a Google image. You can search Brody Stevens, Google Maps, Google Street View, where he was walking down the street and he saw the Google Street View van coming down that takes the photos for the Google Street View, and he's periscoping and he's like, and posing for the fucking Street View. A wild cat, man. He I don't know, he did some crazy shit. Like he loved life to the fullest. He constantly pushed positive energy, positivity, even though he was in the darkest, internally in the darkest point of his life. Constantly. So he suffered from depression, but he did his best to fucking like bring it, and he brought it as much as he could, you know what I mean? So round of applause for Brody Stevens, guys. Thank you.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
For the dead homie, that's right.
Pour some out. I paid for those beers, so it's fine. All right, so we've brought Kochan in for his expertise. Kochan,
Yes. In dead comics.
He knows a lot of dead comics. No, they all kill
He's going
themselves.
to be one soon. So
Can't wait.
Is Sue still here, or she booked her funeral home?
We should actually
there she is.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Sue. We'll have you on the pod
yeah,
soon
we're going to
enough.
get Sue on before. She can be our first pre and posthumous. So
We'll have
That's
it
all right.
stuffed.
No,
Take it to
I
every
re-
open mic in the city.
But crushes. Dude, that fucking octopussy joke is nuts.
Wouldn't that be awesome though if we had comics that were on here before they died and then got
No,
and
not
then
really,
after?
because that means that they die.
No, that would be. Where else are they going to come for that sweet content before the end? Yeah.
You're just thinking about the numbers.
Yeah. You're looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna blow up.
We
once
can
they
live stream
finally
the eulogy
blow up.
straight from.
Sorry, guys. Andrew Bensley died. Check out this podcast, though. It was great. We had him on. Let's get those views up.
He hosted the launch. This is the launch. So yeah, Kochan, you're first of all fantastic set, fantastic comic. Thank you for coming down, dropping in, hanging out. Body sods. Give it up for Kochan, everybody.
I'm playing to the camera. And
Yeah. Don't worry about the don't worry about the cameras.
Yeah.
They're just there.
No, I like the cameras.
Yeah, play to them. Basically, Kochan here is a tennis coach. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yes. Professional.
I mean, I do my best.
Yeah.
To be
What's your main
professional.
source of income?
I think you'd say podcasts, probably. No, the podcast tour I'm doing. No, tennis.
Tennis coaching. Yes.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun fact for those not in comedy. You need a full-time, some sort of income. Comedy doesn't pay. Laughs don't. I tried to pay my rent with laughs. It did not work. They were not happy. Yeah, take that up with Ray White Marubra. So basically, myself and EJ here have, mainly EJ showed me this clip and this documentary from HBO.
It's
That's
an amazing documentary.
Yeah, it's called Trophy Kids. Basically, it's insane parents, and not like insane like mine where they beat me. Insane in the way where they probably beat them, but they're also training them to become pro athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these parents are living their failed athletic dreams through their children. You know what I mean?
Some of them don't even seem like athletes, though.
No,
They seem
exactly.
like no hopers.
Yeah.
100%. They
My
had a
kid will do
kid
something.
and they were like, NBA. 100%.
Yeah. My genetics are good enough.
Yeah. The
Fucking
hubris
fat
to
piece
think
of
that
shit.
you could create one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a professional athlete.
Yeah. I'm 5'7" and
But
overweight.
this documentary, this documentary is called Trophy Parents, and it showcases 4 parents in 4 different sports with different sort of life situations and just how they fuck up their kids, how much they hate their kids. You know what I mean?
How much they're letting their kids down, and
Yeah.
we're all going to watch it.
Yeah. And we know, as parents, we all know what it's like. We get it.
Welcome to the Dad Podcast. So let me just make sure we got this going. Sweet. All right. So what was the first one we're
This
going
is
to
a
do,
lot.
EJ?
This takes a lot of, work, this podcast.
We did,
Oh, yeah.
We met up.
I don't fuck around.
Twice in the
crazy.
week.
We've
to
met
get
out.
this done.
We've met up twice. Once when
Oh,
I
yeah.
was coming down like the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. Yeah, I had a big. It was last Sunday, last Monday. I agreed to go to Elliott's for dinner, which was Tiana knows. It was spaghetti with no meatballs. Spaghetti with sauce, but it was I was told it was the Rovedi special recipe.
It is. It's delicious.
Yeah, it was It was a bit of tomato
I'll
sauce.
make a pot for this entire show next week. You guys can judge.
Come
for
back next
yourselves.
week.
The Rovedi spaghetti is on point.
The Rovedi spaghetti. That sounds like one of your punchlines.
Thank you. Yeah, that's about
Ben's
the,
going to be the first
Yeah.
in line.
that's about
so
the quality of my...
Dude, I'll tell you right now, we will make some, and if you're here next week, you can have some Rovedi spaghetti with some body sortie.
Oh, yeah.
My shout.
That's right.
But yeah, it made me realize that I need to sort Elliott out more gigs. He's not living well. It's a garage that has been split into 2 somehow. Where
Twin garage.
Yeah.
It's a granny flat on steroids. That's what it is.
No, what are you talking about? It's a granny flat that forgot to get steroids.
It's an emaciated granny flat. It's got 2 rooms and a lounge room that's also a kitchen as well.
Yeah.
Sounds right to me.
And
Yeah,
also
yeah,
a dining
Well,
room.
what do you need?
Bro, that's what I thought. When I first moved in,
damn.
I was like, I don't think
Where
too
you
highly
live
of
in
myself.
Skinner?
This is perfect.
I live in a very nice apartment. Very nice place. But it just motivated me because I know Tiana, Elliott's girlfriend. I know Elliott very well. I love Elliott. I need to book him more gigs.
Yeah, he literally pulled my girlfriend aside. He was like, I'm surprised you've been with Elliott for so long.
Did I say that?
He's like,
I think I did say that.
this
Was that on
place-
Wednesday?
It's atrocious.
Was that on Wednesday? I do. I say dumb things when I get
Yeah.
drunk.
When you eat pasta.
Yeah. This is my friend, everybody.
I love him to death. What was the first kid we're
So
going
the
to do?
first clip, we got Basketball Steve. So our first guy is look, this guy has done everything that he can do to get his son in the NBA. He's like paid for professional jump camps. He's done everything
Yeah.
he can do. But his son has
That's so funny.
one hand.
Professional jump camps. You go there, 10 hours of jumping, you go home.
Like anything to get this guy in the NBA. But he has one very severe handicap. holding him back. Tell me if you can identify what this handicap might be.
Get recruited by a D1 school. The scholarship is the goal.
Penetrate! Penetrate! Keep penetrating, D! Keep penetrating!
So I'm in each shot and each dribble and each goal.
Defense! Defense!
I'd always be a little bit too emotional.
Come on! You're 90 feet away! You fucking idiot! You idiot!
The main handicap. He's white. That's it. That's it. He got. He's not making the NBA at all. His dad's got no one with frosted tips has ever made the NBA.
Yeah, there's.
His voice is so. This guy, he's the worst person, but
Yeah.
he's the funniest of all the.
Oh yeah, and
Penetrate.
He's at high school.
also could be one of your punchlines.
Dude, he's at high school yelling at his son penetrate in front of his potential virginity losses and stuff like that. This is.
The best part is the fact that his son is clearly white.
Oh, dude.
Not even half white.
He's
like
not even
full
6'4" or something, some white freak. He's
not
just
even
like a.
penetrating.
Yeah, he's not even penetrating.
No, this guy.
Yeah. You're 90 feet away. Penetrate. That sounds like what my dad said when I brought a girl home first time. You're not even in the
You're
same
in the
room.
living room, Anthony. All right, play this shit. Play it.
And she was in my bedroom. She had the dominant.
Can you be any stupider, man? Can you be any stupider?
hair's
How
sick.
dumb!
Jump down. He's doing that for 12 hours.
It's a lifestyle. Now it's become the working out. I'm trying to get that whole training mentality. It's back. At 10, 11, 12, 13,
do that at
14,
the
he
gym.
was taking 20, 25 pills a day. I was sticking glutamine and everything and creatine and everything. I was hoping maybe we can bop 6'3", 6'4" with a little this, a little that.
He was giving his children
Yeah.
steroids.
He was giving his kid all these drugs to try and make him a little bit taller.
12, and he's just like, grow. Why
I
don't you
wish my dad
jump?
did that for me.
Yeah, same here.
Everyone that's seen this documentary is like, I wish my dad gave me steroids as well.
But you know what? He says that he's been giving his kids drugs to try and make him a few inches taller. But there's no evidence that it's worked. Yeah, and you're never going to be as tall as a proper tall NBA playing black athlete. Like, no amount of drugs is going to
But the
seal
thing is,
that
this
deal.
guy is like coming out of jump camp into games, and the opponents, the guys that he's going to, they're just coming off the couch, just being genetically athletic sort of thing. You know what I mean?
They're
Like,
at sitting camp.
that's right. Anybody, most people in the NBA can't afford jump camp. You know what I mean? It happened. Your parents gave you talent. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not.
It's passed down.
That's right. And
Yeah.
this guy is trying to bypass years of white fucking history and just be like shitty livers and knees and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is somehow gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Short.
Up through your nose, man. Up through your nose.
It's the nose of the issue.
There you go. He's been real lucky.
Dunk the tennis ball again.
Him growing up, living through the kid vicariously, the money spent, it was unlimited.
Unlimited. Listen
I'd say 2 Lamborghinis easily.
Oh my god. This guy.
This guy fucking bases the whole thing on. He's like, yeah, how much did it cost? 2 Lambos.
Yeah.
This divorce is costing me half a Lambo.
He equates everything based on the price of a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's cost me 2 Lambos to get into this
1/16
point.
the Lambo.
Yeah. We've got another 3 Lambos to go before he's in the NBA. that is the price range that only someone with frosted tips would understand.
All right.
That was nice, man. If it's gonna happen for him, it'll happen this year.
Ready?
My whole thing through all the years is the incapability of the referees.
All right, so that's his section. And now what I've done for you all is clip together a bunch of fucking footage of him just freaking out. His major issue is the referees. And
the 14-year-old referee
Yeah.
paid $3 to be there.
Dude, they're like, we've been in. What the fuck is going on
These
here?
refs have played a game and they have a game afterwards as well. Like they're
Fuck,
not official
I'm not sure
referees.
if the clip shows the footage, but the ref is black, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But he gets extra angry.
He definitely brings up a color with the foul.
yeah,
He definitely brings
He's like
up a color.
white through an elbow.
Something.
Yeah.
He threw the elbow! Oh, brother! White through the elbow!
Brother, white through the elbow.
Makes you want to pull your hair out.
God!
Thinks it's all me. When it's really my undaunted love for him. I just see so much more in you, man. That's all. You know, man, I see more.
Derek! Derek, it's slipping away, D! You gotta shoot some ball, Derek! I don't want it! You gotta shoot slow! You're shooting short! Whole fucking game, man. Never picked it up. No, God almighty, no! Derek, you gotta shoot!
He's in pain.
Come on! Oh, God, man!
I love the parents.
Oh man.
I love the parents saying like you're shooting short is gonna help. It's like, oh, was I supposed to shoot it in? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
it
shooting
correctly.
short. Fuck.
Oh, dude, it fills my
His
heart with
accent
joy.
is so funny.
Yeah, it's violent. Yeah. The thing that that I really loved about this whole doco is watching these parents get fucking hysterical. And hearing an adult do that makes me realize that drug abuse isn't that bad.
I love it. It's
Like-
the same. The screaming that they're doing. It's like they're losing their dreams for the second time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're watching. They're watching. They're like, no. They're like, the same 3 I missed back in '82. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking-
So
you're a loser as well.
there is there is a section that didn't make the cut where it's like childhood footage, right? So from when he's 7, I probably should have put it in now, but so he explains what happened, and he gets to 2012 or something like that, and he sees his 7-year-old son playing hoop, and goes, this is his words. I was running 9 businesses, 80 employees. Then Derek got to 7, and he was shooting hoop like a boss. I haven't worked a day since 2012. So he
quit his job.
he quit all 9 businesses, essentially laid off 80 people. Like 80 people don't have a job now because his son
Because of
at 7
Derek.
years old had potential. No. He's white. He's white.
So every time this guy fails or loses a game, he's like,
Yeah.
man, my whole career's down the toilet
Yeah.
because you, Derek. He's
Well-
like, you got-
well,
I
that's
wonder
what's
if he,
added to
wasn't
the
even
hate.
That good. He's like 3 out of 6 shots in. This kid's got something.
I'm feeling it. Yeah.
50% strike rate. I'm gonna quit. I feel like he wanted to quit his job. It's like, any excuses.
I'm gonna retire on this kid.
Oh
He's still
my
in the
God.
balls. He's like,
Yeah.
when he comes out.
He's been trying to quit for ages, and the missus has been like, no. And then he's like,
Yeah.
look at him jump. From
Derek can dribble a basketball for more than 10 meters. I gotta quit.
And she's like, you know what? He is pretty good. But yeah, so
a 3-inch
realistically, every shot that's thrown from Derek is that guy's entire livelihood up until the point he quit work thrown into a fucking basket. And he fucking lets it out.
Yeah, it comes out the
Oh,
tips.
yeah, it comes out the tips.
Yeah, the more frustrated he is.
Frosted
the
tips. Like, I'm not going to lie, I had him.
The higher stake the game, the more blonde.
Dude, you can't be
tips are.
that old with frosted tips. Like,
All right, we go on the next parent.
yeah.
All right, so next parent we got is we'll go. I reckon we'll go golf. Yeah, golf.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so we got
This
golf.
dad's also pretty
So
fun.
yeah, so the first dad, I thought this was a good way to show because the first dad he's like loud and he's very sort of like this is an abusive parent, but this guy he's more like subtle about it. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean he's super. You'll see what we mean. But
Yeah. So, like we all know, introverts and extroverts. This dad's an introvert that's branching out to an extrovert. So, golf dad, let's throw it up. Yeah. This is...
Oh wait. one thing. This guy, he's a black guy. He's a black guy, and he went out of his way to look for an Asian wife so that he could create his own
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Is
that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it shows. Like, he says something that will really give that away.
Oh, you can hear it. You can. Yeah. He says it directly at the end as well.
Well, there's a few things he throws out where you can sort of start to realize that he's trying to craft his own female Tiger Woods. And I'll be honest, like, he doesn't mention this, and I just thought of it. I think he's upset that she's female.
That's the
Like,
much like the first dad. This guy, he doesn't see the main handicap is from him getting his daughter to Tiger is that she's not a male. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like there's no female Tiger Woods.
yeah. But he's trying to make it, and you know what? He's doing a good job. Isn't she ranked like 8th?
She's top 10. She's fantastic.
Top 10 in the world?
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Any parent would be proud of this young lady.
Yeah.
But unless you're this guy.
Yeah.
Turn into an Asian ethnic sport. They got their ways of doing things, which I love, and they got money. Can't afford fun and games. You gotta be out here trying to win. That was going over. I'm like, man, it's bullshit. God damn it, motherfucker. Stupid bitch. Stupid.
Wait. This guy has a mic on. He knows he has a mic on.
He knows he has a mic on.
He left home and his wife was like, look, just tone it down. When you're out there on the links today, tone it down. And he's like, all right. And he's like, well, this fucking little cunt. This little bitch.
He just called his own daughter a little bitch. And he knows the mics are on.
This is a chill
He's
day
been
for
paid
him.
for this
This
documentary.
is relaxed. This isn't comp day.
Which, like, let's put it up front. This whole documentary, the mics are on. They know the mics are on. There's scenes where people are in cars together with the family,
He just can't
and
contain
cunts are
himself.
flipping out.
No.
Think about what it's like when the mics aren't on.
Yeah.
I find this guy's funny.
That's a bit of a sad point, but it's a true fact. And don't worry, I'll wrap some part of it up at the end where it's a good story. So,
The basketball dad's angry. This guy just gets so sad.
yeah. God damn it. Fucking little bitch. Motherfucker. He's not angry. He's disappointed. Oh, let's watch some more of this fucking lunatic.
Dang it. You see a little McDonald's thing on their shirt. They're sponsored by McDonald's, dude. That's the difference. They're sponsored and they get their ass whooped. That's why Tiger's so fucking good, because back in the 70s, you could whoop your kid's ass and not go to jail.
All right, let's just pause for a second there. Did you hear that? It's a bit muffled. All right, so what he said was they're sponsored and they're Asian.
They're sponsored by McDonald's. That's why they've got money.
They've got, that's why they're so good. They're sponsored by
That's
McDonald's.
why
and they're
Tiger
Asian.
is so good.
That's why Tiger's so good, because in the 70s, you could whoop your kid and not get in trouble. Yeah.
And so he's looking
That's
at
his
these,
logic.
He's looking at these Japanese kids with reverence, like, man, I wish I could beat the shit out of this kid, just like we could if we were in Tokyo or something like that.
Yeah, but he's also kind of like, I wish I could beat the shit out of my kid,
Yeah.
so they'd be as good as this.
That's right. He
Japanese
thinks that the
kid.
only thing between his daughter and Tiger Woods is domestic abuse. He thinks this is the only missing ingredient.
Yeah, that's the missing
If we were in the
ingredient.
right country, I'd have a champ.
Oh, dude.
I can't do that in America, man. You go to jail for that. Too far, too far. That's the story of our lives, too far. Damn it. Damn
It
it.
makes no sense. Swear about it.
Man, dog on it.
I love this part.
Yet.
Where watch his hissy fit.
He picks it up immediately.
Okay, I'll push the cart, man.
Bro.
This guy is just really dumb.
He's really dumb.
He's really dumb.
Yeah, so there's scenes where you see him and the actual coach. So this is just her
Oh,
dad.
man. The coaches are just like,
The
want
coaches
to
are
step
like,
in
I
at
should
any...
fucking step in.
Yeah.
But they can't. And it's weird that they're wearing the same outfits. The coach wears the red shirt, black shorts as well. But there's I should have added it, but there's a scene where he's asking another dad, I guess, he's like, are we allowed to push the carts for the kids? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, I guess. Like, they're fucking kids. And he's like, I don't think we are.
In the bisection of Rule 8,
Yeah.
I don't think you can
So
push the cart
basically-
for the kids. It's like,
Yeah, he asked the question because he saw that dad pushing the cart for the kid, and then was like, "Are we allowed to push the cart for
this
the
guy
kids?"
is just a stickler for rules sort of thing, you know what I mean? But like, what I love is this golf is all about composure, you know what I mean? It's all about staying calm. And then she just has this tornado of psychopath in the corner, just like, make the shot! You want dinner tonight?
Yeah. I think, to be honest, out of all of, like, you'll see, but I think this is the one that's, it's always the ones that bottle it up that do the most damage outside of it. I honestly think this one's got he's got some real issues. You'll see here.
Move out of the way. Amari! Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. If you embarrass me like that again in front of all these people, I'm gonna smack you in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. He knows the mics are on.
Yeah. He's
This
like,
is
this is good parenting.
To him, he's like, I'm making a chant.
Yeah.
We do not condone that at all, but like, fuck me dead.
This little girl is a fucking champion. Like her compose, she's gonna take over the world. Like dealing with this fucking dad.
Yeah,
let alone
dude, you
golf,
know what her
what I mean?
Yeah, so he's doing a good job.
Dude, I'll tell you what, she can bomb a cactus juice and just walk away scot-free. Dude, yeah, but like...
Keep this rolling, keep this rolling.
Yeah, man.
When I say let go, that means let go one time. You understand me? You understand me?
Yes.
All right, that is also the sound of someone that knows they're going to be champ and is like, my dad's a bitch. Like, he's all talk, clearly. So back to the Japanese kids with the McDonald's sponsorships.
The champs, the real champs.
They're real champs. You can see...
The battered champs.
Yeah, I wound this clip back a bit so you could
champs.
see the Japanese kids' disgust because they're looking over at him. What the fuck's going on here?
You got a nice little swing.
Shit, come back.
I love that move.
That's the most aggressive move.
Get over here. Get over here. Get over here now.
I didn't do anything. You just
Get
said-
over here.
you just said 8 iron was gonna
Get
be
over
down.
here.
It's a 7 iron.
A 7-iron better get on that freaking hole. You better make sure you have enough club in your hand to get into that damn hole. You better ensure you got enough club to get to that hole. Dang it, Amari. Doggone it, man. Doggone it. Give it here. It's gonna be another freaking bogey for you. God damn it, just hit the ball close to the hole. Why do you do that?
That's great advice.
Do golf correctly.
He's a great caddy.
Oh my god.
Hit it close to the hole in a small amount of shots. What's wrong with you?
His mate, yeah. This is how you play the game. And she's like, this is all I know.
yeah. You won't buy me Lego.
I've never even seen another person like my age. What the fuck are you
I
on
don't know
about?
anyone that isn't a caddy
Yeah.
or a golf player.
Yeah, dude. And the best part about it is he could never do better.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Her best friend's a putter.
We're gonna have this problem if you just hit the ball straight. Stop hitting the damn thing right and left. Come here.
And look at this. I love this. Ready? He uses her fucking back to write the score. That's what he was just doing there. How fucking insane is that? He's like, get over here, get over here. That's a fucking bogey. Get here, give me your back. That's some fucking real serious.
That is the
I think
most-
that's the worst
That's
part.
the most demeaning part of his entire act.
Yeah. He's a fucking
You're
psycho.
just a flat surface, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Be a table for daddy.
Yeah.
Be a good table.
When she goes home, she has to be the table for dinner too. Well, you got an eagle on that last one, so.
Another bogey, another table.
Eagle's actually good.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Not in that household, not in that one.
That's why we have Kochan on for the sports expert. So what's happened here is with this tournament, clearly the sponsored Japanese kids that are allowed to get beaten
They've been beaten to success.
They've
Is
been
what's
beaten.
happened. That's what we're saying.
They've won the trophy of the. Well, it is a trophy, but of the under sixes. I don't know what this is, but
Chance.
Yeah, nice
play it.
little mic
Roll,
stand.
play it up. Play it up.
I don't want to be that story. I don't want her to be that story. Or what happened to that kid, Amari? What happened to her? Dad pushed too hard. I don't want to be that story.
he is that story.
I am super proud of my daughter. Super proud of her achievements so far. But I can't let her know that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I can't let her know how proud I am until we get to where we're trying to go.
Amari, I know you're a world champ, but I'm proud of you.
Yeah. All right.
This is the first time you're hearing this.
So this. Oh, all right. I fucked the whole thing up, but I'm flicking between them. Basically, what's happened here is he's just admitted that he's not allowed to tell his daughter how proud he is of her, even though he is proud of his table. That until they get to where they're going. Now, where the fuck does he think they're going? Because when does it end? There's no end. Yeah, there's no way for this to
I reckon
stop.
he thinks that he's going to be on the professional links, just like...
Yeah.
Step aside, I've been with Amari for years now.
Yeah, there was a tournament shortly after this, actually, a little bit of fucking added info, where the parents weren't allowed on the course, and he stood in the car park for like 15 hours or something. Like, yeah. I did some research, and
He
it
got her
was...
with a drone. He was yelling at her from the drone.
Yeah. She's got no pockets, but her phone keeps ringing.
Amari!
Are you fucking serious? And you know what? We've all been that person.
All right, so our next parent is actually one that I think that I was very excited for our guest Ben to comment on, to see. This one is our tennis parent. Ben is actually a tennis coach. So I mean, actually, before we play this clip, how did you get into tennis from parents, or was it a sort of love of your own?
Parents.
Parents? What was the meanest thing your parents ever said to you? What was the worst thing they most demeaning?
Amari?
And they're like, God dang it, Ben!
Wrong child.
You're always going short. What are the meanest
What
thing?
was some shit that your parents said to you after a comp? Or she's like,
So they were like, why can't you be Asian? Like, Dad, you're not Asian. I can't help it. I don't remember. I don't really remember.
did you play in tournaments growing up?
A little bit, yeah.
Did you ever feel like maybe your parents wished that they had another kid? Or like in terms, like they wish that they got the kid that won that tournament or something like that? Or did they gladly take their Kochan home?
I don't think they cared too much about tournaments. I remember I was playing one guy and I was playing really well. I was smashing him, and it was like a hot day, and a fly flew past my nose, and I had a cold, so I sniffed. The fly went up my nose.
Why did you having a cold have anything to
I
do
was
with you?
sniffing a lot. I was doing some big sniffers.
Ben's out there
sniffies,
sniffing on the
snifferoos.
link.
Yeah.
Big nose, big sniffs.
Big nose, big fly. And so it sniffed the fly up my nose, and I don't know if you've ever done that. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, it's the worst. When they're in your ear. Have you ever had a mosquito buzzing around and you go like this, and you've caught the mosquito in the tiny
Skinner's
ear
head
hole?
works like a cartoon. It's all connected. So if one goes in one hole, it's coming out the other.
That did happen.
It goes past my eyeballs. And
So it went up my nose, and then I was distracted. I started losing, playing horribly. A couple games later,
well, how long was it up there for?
well, it went
A couple
up
games
my nose.
It's like I got a fly in my
So
nose,
I continued
Strap the rest, yeah.
defeating foes, and
Yeah.
then the fly.
buzzing in my brain for fucking
Well, if
6
you'll
seconds.
give me a bloody chance here, fellas, it went up my nose, and it came out my mouth a couple games later. I coughed it
No,
up.
it didn't.
It did.
Did you do that as a celebration? You just spat out a fly like the mummy? Like you're just like, death.
15 love.
I was trying to put him off. I looked him right in the eyes. I did it.
And so did the fly.
Yeah. And so anyway, I lost that game, and my dad always brings it up. He's like, I can't believe you lost that game. I was like, there's a fly in my fucking body. It was making its way through my body.
We got to be more like that Kochan kid. He's eating flies. He's on a fly diet.
Oh wow! Have you? Do you have any crazy parents like? Because you coach tennis, do you have any nuts ones that coming in there just been like, Peter?
Not, not too bad. I had one kid, this Brazilian kid I coached. When he was 3, I started coaching him.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Who sees a 3-year-old and goes, "Here's a racket"?
man, he was good.
Wait,
Did his dad have frosted tips?
No, he had
wait,
a mohawk.
wait. Do they size down the racket? I'm not even
This
sure
guy's
what's worse.
serious, man.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what's worse. But
committed.
are the rackets? Because I actually
they're
did.
smaller.
Yes.
They're not using a full-size racket.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was having like 3 lessons a week by the age of 4, and his dad was like, how do I get him to be professional? I was like, what other tennis jumping courses we can send him to, and jumping camps. And I was like, I don't know about the jumping camps. You'll have to ask Elliot. He knows about the jumping camps.
He's 3 years old.
Yeah,
He
And
can't
so
jump.
But he was quite a nice. He was crazy because he's making a 3-year-old play tennis 3 times a week. But he seemed not like a reasonable
One every
man.
year.
Did the kid speak English or was it Portuguese?
Um,
Did you have to learn Portuguese?
no, I just did a racist accent. I was like, hit the ball. Just hit the ball, idiot. But no, at first I thought he couldn't speak English, but he was just shy. And then by the time he was 4, he was a real funny kid. He would kick my water bottle over and just abuse me.
So he was an alpha.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anyone's an alpha when I'm in the room.
That's how Ben makes champs. He just makes him
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
I'm great.
I think I've got this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He alpha dogs me big time.
That's wild, man. Like, I got in so much trouble for stepping on my coach's racket because it was laying down on
He
the
threw
floor.
my racket down.
Did you
throw
play
it against
tennis
the wall.
growing up?
Yeah, they were like, he looks like an athlete. But yeah,
Did you play in a
put-
smaller court or something like that? How did you?
Yeah, half court. No, so the thing with me is
He just
clearly-
played on a table.
I'm
tennis
obviously
court.
distracted a lot. So like a bird flew over and I saw a silhouette and I thought it was the ball. So like I was pulling off trick shots. I threw my racket up, like not even in my hands. I threw it up and was like, this will get it. I thought the ball was coming and I was like doing trick shots and
Yeah, you're not going to make it.
yeah, no.
Sorry
Yeah, this
to
fucking 4-year-old's running court on me.
Anthony's coach screaming, penetrate! Penetrate! And he's throwing his
You're
racket.
90 meters away from your racket.
All right, let's get this. Okay, also
Tennis catch up?
this coach also believes that there's a her god has some sort of
Oh, yeah. She's bringing God into it.
Oh,
That's right.
Wait, so we've spoken about one parent. What do you have any fucking like?
Oh yeah, did you have any
Yeah.
religious aspects to your golf?
Yeah,
Like,
do you have
to
any-
your tennis? I mean, like
You've taught a lot of kids. Any of them?
Do you ever meet any Flanders of the courts kind of thing?
The what?
Any crazy fucking parents?
Oh, yeah.
Because that guy played it cool, but his 3-year-old.
I mean,
was
back when I
crushing.
played tournament, parents would kind of tell the kids off for making the wrong calls and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play duos or singles?
I played both.
And do you have any
All right, we
memorable
get it.
moments of like parents just fucking
I
flipping out, or it's all been
remember-
pretty cordial?
I remember I used to play. There was like a Father Sunday at the courts where I
Solid.
used to
I like the way this is going.
coach.
Yeah.
And
Couple of kids showed up
I
with
was
their
like
mums.
I was like 6, and then like we'd be playing against like a guy and his dad, and the dad would be hitting like proper serves at me like a ton. And I'm just like, he's like hitting 200k serves at my head.
He was trying to turn you into the champ you are today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we got this.
I
First
thoroughly enjoy that.
This is
though.
actually our first mother. This is actually our first mother coach.
I am a good athlete. Their dad is a tremendous athlete. Come on. Strong legs. Backhand forehand. Boom. I wanted to create a pathway for them. Shuffling back, split step, running in, an energetic pathway that they can travel along. And I know how much they loved tennis and wanted it. Push in, come on, get that ball. And so I said, my will for you, it's the covenant that I'm making with God on your behalf, is that you be #1 in the world in tennis, in doubles. So you're gonna get 10 balls. Own it, this is who you are. And I wanna give them everything
say
that
that
they
a lot
need
when I'm
to
coaching.
achieve their dreams. That any issues that they have to work out with God, basically. Nice, Tanner. To me, it's a learning process because I've never done anything really great in my life.
That's the most telling statement of
At least she admits it. None of the
Yeah.
other
Right?
parents admit
None
it.
of the other parents have
She's
admitted
so
it.
self-aware. She's like, I haven't done anything.
The
and,
basketball guy was like, I'm living vicariously through him.
Yes.
But he's also kind of like, I've given everything for
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
But he's also like, I have 9 businesses, I got 80 employees, I got 15 Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
He's like talking himself up.
This has already cost me 2 Lambos, and
Also,
I'm fucking not happy
the
about
kid
it.
had hit adolescence where he's like rebelling. These kids are still beaten down and like they're like they don't even know what direction is north yet. You know
This
what I
is
mean?
on camera,
So, like,
gosh. Just
Nivea.
Let's have it a little bit. You know what? I can actually organise that.
That'd be great.
What we mentioned, sorry, just real quick. You were doing Vibe. I used to run a room called Vibe in King's Cross, and Ben was doing it one night and actually had someone in the audience that wanted to hire him for a Lipton iced tea ad. I got Ben a
$5,000.
$5,000. But I remember you speaking to you later, and you were like, I looked at the script they gave me, and I should have charged them more because I needed to punch it up. I needed to make it better and stuff like that.
I punched it up.
Wait, so you got a job from a fucking basically an open mic?
Yeah.
That's the one you're telling me about.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually got it,
making dreams come true.
They were like, "Can you act?" And I was like, "Not at all." And I still got it.
dude. Because if you go on pedestrian TV, there is actually a.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, do watch it.
No.
I watched
Casey
that
loved
with
this.
Skinner
Sarah
this
loved this.
weekend. It was fucking great.
So Caution did an ad for. I don't even know what the ad's for.
It was like
Rick and
Adult
Morty.
Swim. It was like
It's
Adult
for
Swim
Rick and
stuff.
Morty. Yeah,
it was for
so
Rick
it's
and
for
Morty.
Adult Swim. Basically, he did an ad for Rick and Morty via pedestrian TV.
A lot of negative comments.
What?
I saved one of them.
What was your
Go on, he's going. Oh, dude, if it's mine, no.
This is from. That was just a private message, which hurt more.
You said that to my face.
Yeah. This is from Stephen Frankie Lanfranca. Congratulations on making a bad video about something from 2014. Please delete this. So that was
So the video, I will actually be able to find it after this. We'll bring it up.
Please don't.
It's a
begging
advert for Rick and Morty based on
are we promoting
Mr.
this? I hate
Meeseeks.
this.
Mr. Meeseeks. So someone delivers.
I know, I was so happy because I was like, I can do the ad and no one will ever see it. And now you're like, yeah, go watch it.
We've got it.
Now
No.
put it on Dead
So-
Comics site. Even less people will see it. It'll be fine. It'll be great.
No, it is actually hilarious because what I love about it is, first of all, it's a Mr. Meeseeks box. He pushes the button and Mr. Meeseeks shows up. And Ben's just like, get the fuck away from me. I'm an office manager. I'm in charge. And then it progresses to the point where he actually starts to need him.
It was actually funny. But
Yeah.
they cut a lot of the funny stuff out.
I loved it. I thought
Really?
and
'Cause-
they let you be yourself as well. They didn't
Sort
ask you to
of.
be.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
kind
dude.
of. Yeah.
It's
Because
almost exclusively Caution because
I came in and we had to come up with an idea for it in like half an hour or like an hour.
Really?
And I was pitching them all these ideas, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't do that." I was like, "I wanted to be the boss of the company of pedestrian and start firing people." They're like, "I don't think we can
very
do that."
funny.
Yeah. And then so we sort of agreed on this idea, which is sort of.
Well, yeah.
We'll check it out at the end of the podcast.
We'll check it out.
We'll
We'll
check
check
it out
it
at the
out.
end of the podcast. You guys will see.
It's fucking very
and
funny.
you guys can get Ben's autograph afterwards.
In
as well.
that bit where the Meeseeks keep popping up, like
Yeah.
in the show, like every single joke in that
Is
is
a tweet?
Yeah, well, it's all Caution. I'm
That
like,
is me,
I'm like, every single one of these, I'm like, I could hear Caution. He wouldn't do that on stage because there's no premise.
Yeah.
But that is boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
I
Caution.
loved it. It was good Caution. I mean, it was. Yeah, anyway, we got these tennis parents here. This mum has brought up how she's made a covenant with God. And she also believes that this is just the kids' will. You know,
Yeah.
like she has nothing to do with their passion.
15
These
love.
kids love tennis.
And we love God. Yeah.
All right.
And I don't want it to be about me, and so they need to be the leaders. Who does the glory about your talent belong to?
That's such a weirdly phrased sentence.
And Tanner, who should get the glory for your tennis? Good.
Good.
I don't want to wait
these
till
kids are
they're
funny.
30.
If like all the clips of them are like them laughing at their mum.
Yes.
They think
I never even
100%.
noticed that.
Bad shit.
I did not even notice that.
Actually,
some
you're 100%
later
right.
clips, they're just like, who are
Yeah.
you? What
You're
are you
100%.
doing?
You know what I was
I never
saying?
noticed that.
Soulless beings. They're
You're
kind of just
100%
like,
right.
we are nothing except tennis and mum.
But he's right. They're the most aware of how nut job their parent is. The kids
Yeah.
almost see, every other kid was like shocked in a state of stasis where they're just like, what is going on?
Yeah, what's going on? These two are
kids
like-
man, I got the internet. You know what I mean? Like, you're
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're crazy.
bad.
Yeah. Oh, that makes it funnier because, like I was saying before, when they know the mics are on, but they still flash out.
Yeah.
These kids are like, we know the mics are on. That's why we're not putting shit on mum.
Yeah.
I
But
also love to know, like, there hasn't been one spouse show. There's always only been one psycho parent, and the spouse has been like, I can't be anywhere near you on camera.
Oh yeah, that's very
There
very
hasn't
good
been one
point.
parent.
Yeah, there's never been like both parents.
No.
It's not. It's only one.
Anyway,
Yeah. But they're not single parents. It's just one that's willing to because one's psycho and the other one's like, don't do this.
The other one's
Don't-
living their life,
Yeah.
and the other one's living the children's
Yeah,
life.
one's like, don't put this on camera.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the one that's like, no, people need to see how you make champs.
Exactly.
To figure out, oh God, it was about me. All right. So that's that fine line. So tons of footwork, breathing, imagining, dominating, having fun.
Imagining dominating.
Right.
Play. Just let it play for a
No,
little bit.
this is the section. I'll rewind this a little bit. Listen to what she fucking says. Listen to the sequence of her fucking words.
her advice.
Footwork, breathing, imagining, dominating, having fun.
Having fun.
Children and
I guess. Have
You can
fun.
dominate and have fun at the same time.
Yeah, you can, but she also separated them with a very long pause.
She's like, that's right.
Yeah, but what was before dominating? Imagining. She's like, make sure you've got your breathing, you're imagining, dominating.
My dad used to make me draw a smiley face on my hand because I had a really bad temper.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I would fucking pay you double.
That's why I was bad at tennis. I'd like chuck a fit.
I would love
I'd
to
give
fucking
up.
see you
I broke
angry
a lot of
in
rackets.
Who was the guy that would lose his mind on the courts?
Kyrgios?
Curious.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
like-
no. The guy with the afro.
Oh, McEnroe.
Yeah, you're McEnroe.
I'm McEnroe, yeah. So he made me draw a smiley face, and I was supposed to look
But
at it.
to look
and
at the
smile
smiley face?
and go. And I was
like a
losing
real
my mind.
psychopath.
Yeah.
I can't even picture what it's like for you to be angry because I am angry incarnate.
You just had too much red cordial or something
I'm
like
working
that.
my way back from angry. You're
Tennis
working.
is the only place I get really, really angry.
Yeah.
I can't play.
Oh, dude.
Can we get
we need to
can
add
we
a
get
clip
an
in
audience?
another
Can we do a
week.
live podcast
Yeah.
at a caution game?
Where I need to film. I need to film Caution in the tourney. Just like Kyrgios. He's like, yeah, fucking, I fucked your daughter. Yeah, fucked your girlfriend. Like, yeah.
And Ben's dad just on the sideline. You're like, you fucking cunt. It's short.
Look at your hand.
You're 90 meters away. Oh wow! The fact that you've even been angry impresses me. Yeah. So
In between
so
putting
this-
lip balm on, I get angry.
He goes lip balm, anger.
Yeah.
He's getting angry. That's why he's put the lip balm on.
Yeah.
So this.
Alright, so they're imagining and dominating and having fun.
Yes, imaginating, dominating. I say have fun.
And human beings learn best when we're in a state of play, and I want to always encourage them. That's why I want to let them know that their talent and gift is to play. And so find play, find what you do best, and put it into tennis. Go do some split steps and get out of your head and go get in your body. What the society encourages is rankings and wins and trophies and
We're on opposite sides of the draws, so the only chance we meet him is in the finals. If we do end up playing each other, then one of us is gonna forfeit because then we might get mad at each other.
Well, there's also, I don't want that to be part of the complexity of their thinking. I don't want them to be under that kind of emotional pressure or turmoil. They're always so graceful towards each other because no one wants to win. Oh, I don't know. Well, you do, but you don't.
She's read one too many Tony Robbins books, I reckon.
She's also read one too many pages of their diaries as well. She's like, she knows.
100%. She's like, none of them wants to win. I mean, they both want to win, but none of them wants to win against each other.
No one wants to lose.
Yeah, none of them wants to lose. That's really what it is. And the sad fact is, I honestly believe she might have molested both of them.
At the very.
Okay. All right.
Am I not fucking wrong?
Yeah, probably. I think you might
Like,
be right.
you've seen the clip.
Where's the evidence?
She's
for
a
the
woman of
molestation?
God,
Yeah.
Anthony.
She's a woman
Why
of
would
God.
you do that?
So have the men of God. They're not. They don't have the best
As
rep.
long as she's
At the
having
very
fun.
least, some psychological abuse. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's a lot of abuse
kid
going
looks-
on,
This kid
and-
looks preschool shooter as fuck.
Dude, they're fucking twins. It's weird.
Yeah, he's in a hood.
Dude, you don't know who you're versing. You're versing one or one moving real fast.
Yeah.
Two twins are the best doubles players in the world.
Who?
The Bryan brothers.
I don't follow tennis.
Well,
Who's the Bryan brothers?
they're twins from America.
What are their
Really?
parents
They play
like?
tennis?
Yeah.
Nice.
They play doubles. They're really cool.
We should have done some more research on
Tennis
tennis,
is cool.
for this one.
We really should have.
You guys won't take the win. I get really tied in knots. But rather than, oh, I want them to win, I don't want them to lose. I mean, I pray saying God's will for them. It's God's will. You know, we can place our attention on the pressure and acknowledge that it's there, but then really just go deep inside ourselves and feel what we're thinking,
Deep
what they're
inside
thinking.
ourselves.
Whatever. I practice this in my life, so. Yes. Get up. Oh, that was match point. That was match point. Yes. Well, you know what? Because they want to, you know, it's like, it's what they want.
She has a really weird way of talking.
Nice match.
Because they...
She talks like she's getting messages from God.
Yeah,
She's
dude.
relaying through like an earpiece kind of thing.
But it's also convoluted by the fact that she's like, it's what they want, but she's also smiling ear to ear. You know what I mean? She's
It's
kinda
amazing, her talent to be able to like make the words of her sons come out of her mouth somehow. You know, she's like almost like a puppet somehow or something. It's like,
yeah, they fucking love it, guys. They
Yeah.
fucking love it. So, Kochan, thoughts on that bitch?
yeah,
Whoa,
do
I
these
wouldn't call it the B word.
do these children have any talent? Do they have any potential in making it in the?
They didn't look that good.
No, right? Like
I mean, I didn't see that much of them.
I don't
but-
know much about tennis, but they looked very Anglo.
You know, the
from what
best
I
part
could see.
about it is one of them's going to be better than the other.
Oh yeah,
It's just a fact.
one of them's gonna be a drug addict. The other one's gonna be
champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what this whole documentary is about.
Maybe if one of them would have consumed the other one in the womb, then there would have been a
That's
champ.
true.
You know what I mean? One
Or-
champ.
or it would have
instead now
been-
we split off.
It's not too late.
It also... Dude, I need to do some research because if one of them ate the other one, we're bringing you back in for next week. Like-
They should do a seance and get the soul of the other one in the other in the other one child. Like decide scissors paper rock or something.
Yeah.
You're inside me, and then we'll both.
Look,
chant.
it turns out one of you is going to make it, the other isn't. And side note, the one that isn't making it is getting eaten.
Yeah, dude. I don't know where the other parent is. That's the most curious
Yeah.
thing. I feel like we need another documentary for the other parents of,
so
these
something
parents.
you would have missed at the start of this is when they're on the beach doing the fucking lunges or whatever. She says, "My husband's an athlete. I'm an athlete, but you never see the husband."
Yeah,
and
the
that's
husband-
the last she
The
mentions.
husband
it.
was such a good athlete, you've never heard of him.
Or you have heard of him, and she couldn't mention him.
yeah.
She's like, Roger Federer? Yeah, twins. He's got good sperm.
I figured out his hotel room back in.
Yeah, it's crazy times.
All right, so we're up to our last.
Can I go pee?
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
I'll
by
be
means.
quick.
Go pee.
Relieve yourself. All right, so we're up to our last parent. Our last parent is actually, there's a lot of good stuff. We recommend you watch this documentary. It's called Trophy
Yeah.
Parents.
I'll post it on the page and shit.
But this last parent, we could find there's like lesser like content on him, but it's still nonetheless it's tremendous. It's
Dude.
It's great, and also like we were like me personally watching it, I got a lot of feelings of like fuck, that was similar to the way that where you're like your parents is yelling at you and that claustrophobic feeling of like I can't go anywhere kind of thing.
Yeah, where you're held down. And it's kind of like, oh fuck, when they just
This
snap
was
out of
very
nowhere.
real for me watching this. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, this is like so. This guy.
This is the football dad.
This is the football dad. His son doesn't have an athletic bone in his body, but has like a career
Oh yeah,
in
dude.
modeling.
I tried to add a little bit of footage of this kid that has clearly been forced into football.
Yeah.
But like he might have been good. Like
This kid is all he does is
first
like,
of all, he's attractive as fuck.
Yeah,
like this kid has
this guy would just like
cheekbones
yeah
for days.
He's meant to walk.
cute.
This guy's meant to walk catwalks and not
Yeah,
football fields kind of thing at all.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
His 10-meter line should be the end of the catwalk.
Yeah.
Instead, what happens is his dad is just like football.
Yeah, he's like,
That's it.
I'm not gonna have you be a pussy.
Yeah, basically.
He's like,
But then when when you don't want to do something and you're forced to, and you sort of give it a half-assed effort, like there's footage of him playing football, and it's kind of like, yeah, he's not making it.
dude,
like,
this kid has the worst.
Yeah.
This guy has like spaghetti arms and stuff like that.
He
He's
doesn't
like,
want to. He doesn't want to catch the ball.
not
he
at
doesn't
all.
want to tackle anyone.
He couldn't
He's
want to
like-
be there
But I
less.
think
Yeah.
every single one of these kids look like they hate the sport.
Yeah.
They all hate it.
Yeah,
And
and
that's-
unlike your kids that are like, Kochan's the best. Tennis for life. You're creating monsters.
All right, so this last parent, his son's name is Justice. I don't know what the dad's name
yeah,
is. But,
I didn't even think it is. I think it got revealed his name was a lie. But
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy, enjoy this last clip.
yeah, because it gets a bit serious towards the end. It does get real.
I think this is the only one that isn't funny at all.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
the
me
parents
either.
are sort of like
Agreed.
funny
And
in a way.
that's-
This guy's a really
Yeah, and that
bad
comes
guy.
down to me.
There are a couple points where we're going to try and make him funny, but we'll see how we'll see how we go with
It
that.
also comes back on me where I'm kind of like, I'm going to produce this podcast and we're going to start with a dead comedian.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Not only that, we're going
It's on
to end
brand.
with a really sad fucking story.
Yeah.
But I'll preface it with the dad can no longer see the kid. No, it
That
sounds
makes it much
no,
better.
no, no,
Great
no,
news,
no.
doesn't
No,
it?
no, no. Wait till you see the fucking clip.
Yeah.
It sounds bad. Wait till you fucking see this dad. You'll be
Get
like,
up.
thank God.
Wait till you see how
Play the
abusive this
clip,
guy
you fuck
is.
you.
You're gonna love it.
He can if he wants, but the kid doesn't want it.
Just remember, it's his kid, all right? So he can.
I don't think so. Lot of work, lot of work, lot of work. You're setting yourself up for a big failure. That's the reality of it. So I don't think you really understand it. How do you think you're going to feel after starting offense and defense? How do you feel next year if you don't start offense and defense and you sit on the bench? Now, all those people that you guys make fun of, you become one of those guys. You're not going to feel good. You know what you're going to end up telling me? Want me to tell you what you're going to end up telling me? Exactly.
So his dad just preempted, and it was like, "You're gonna tell me you don't like football?" He's like, "You know what you're gonna tell me?" He goes, "I don't like football," and he goes, "Exactly. That's what you're gonna tell me.
You're going to tell me exactly what you've been telling me for the past 4 years.
Yeah,
I hate this, Dad.
Yeah, you don't like football.
That's right.
And instead, yeah, he honestly thinks that him telling him that is
His hate is going to make him love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to tell me that you don't like football or football doesn't interest you anymore. And you know why you're going to say that? You don't know what it's like to be hungry at all. You've never wanted for anything ever. Okay, this is not, everything's just not about football. Okay, it's about you growing up and becoming a man. Because you can't quit. What do you do? Quit on life? You're going to take a gun and blow your head off?
Play it a little bit more. Play it a little bit more.
You're going to jump off a building?
He's giving him options.
Wait, okay.
He's good at doing Jewish guilt. You know?
Yeah. Like, see, in his mind, he's like, "You're gonna tell me you don't like football? Yeah? You think you're gonna quit on football? What? You're gonna quit on life?"
It's like it's either
It's a big leap. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? you don't play football, you may as well kill yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are his two options.
Yeah.
It's either football or suicide.
It's the only way to my love: football or suicide.
What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? There's two. That's his ultimatum. It's either like, "Oh, you don't want to play football? I guess you want to kill yourself then." Like, yeah, you want to just get a gun and blow your head off?
Yeah, it's touchdowns or kill yourself.
Touchdowns or touch-ups. Ooh.
I love it if he just kept like listing ways he could come up. You want to get a gun? You want to use a noose? You want to?
Our house is pretty tall.
Look up. You could use a.
There's no fans. What are you gonna do?
I sleep till 7 a.m.
It's a one-story apartment, a one-story house. How are you gonna do it? No. It's just the leap from fucking. I love how he says that you can like. Oh, you're gonna tell me you don't like football? He's like, yeah, you can tell me that, but it's football or suicide. Like that leap is so vast.
It's beautiful. What I also love is they're on the plane and his dad is.
Oh yeah, so he's just come back from that dinner. They have to fly back because he flies his son out to all these
competitions,
whatever,
the
games
kind
or
of thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
And just after he's told his son there's two options, football or suicide, but he sort of vaguely...
And he's like, I just don't understand why my son doesn't like football.
Yeah,
He's
he's vaguely mastered as in like, you can quit football if you want, but there's only suicide. Like, yeah. So then they're on the plane home, and this is what happens.
Whatever it is that you do, if you're going to put the time in and the effort in to go do it, then you might as well try to be good at it. That's why I'm on him so hard.
His son's playing FIFA on the
Son is playing soccer.
He couldn't like football as.
Yeah.
He's playing soccer on the game right next to his
He's
father.
so against football because of his dad's pressure that he's playing actual football.
Yeah.
He's playing real football.
Playing
Not American football, real football. And his dad's shaking his head. It's fucking wild. And look, even him playing it, he's getting distressed.
That's just
hard with having the right structure and base. And we texting Kyra, pointless to have a girlfriend at 15. All she's gonna do is break up with you. You gotta give it probably about 6 months.
What an asshole.
You didn't have a girlfriend in high school?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend in high school, but I'm trying to tell him it's a mistake.
I'm just confused.
What are you confused for?
All right, hang on a second. I want to show you this little moment here where you see him happy for the fucking first time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You seem happy because I think he thinks that he's actually safe because his mum is
Yeah.
driving the car and he's like,
His
Dad's not
yeah.
going to beat me. Mum's
See,
here.
this is the first time where there's both parents involved.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what the problem is? She's white. That's why it's not going to make it.
She doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it.
But he's like, I've got my girlfriend on my phone.
Yeah,
My
so
mum's
he's
here. Even
texting
with
his-
this evil cunt right
Yeah.
next to him. He's like, I can still smile.
He's like, I've got this.
And
Yeah.
then this guy's just like, I'm
He's
not
like-
going to have any of that.
Yeah,
Any
dude.
kind of happiness, I'm not down
Yeah,
with.
you off? See ya. Thanks for interrupting the
How about we don't say goodbye to the fucking...
He said good luck
text
to
me.
Chillz.
So yeah, basically,
She's
like
going to dump you, you shrimp dick loser. That's what he's,
That's what he was saying.
that's what he's saying.
His dad was shooting him down.
Yeah, straight away.
Like an insecure
Oh, you've got
friend.
a
He's already got the girlfriend, and he's somehow still trying to cockblock. He's like,
You got a tiny
Yeah.
bit of confidence for the first time in your
He's
life.
gonna come
Let me
home.
do something about that.
He comes home, his dad's sleeping with his girlfriend. He's like, oh, man, you know, I got to do it right. He's like,
So his mum's in the front.
penetrate. He's just like,
That guy's in the room for some
like,
reason.
go!
Derek, this is what you should be doing.
You're shooting short.
But yeah, he's really
Yeah.
happy. He's got his mum in
He's
the
so
front
stoked.
seat.
Dude,
He's
this
talking
guy's
to
got a
his
girlfriend. Of course he does. Look at him. He's fucking immaculate. But yeah, maybe I want to fuck him. But his mum's in the front seat, which is why things seem a bit calm and why he's smiling.
This is the really bad part.
Yeah,
this
it
is,
sucks.
Look, it is the heaviest
It's also
bit.
upsetting because it's the first time he kind of stands up for himself a bit.
Yeah,
And he just,
none
like,
of the other guys fucking do
And he
it.
gets shut down so
Yeah.
hard.
So she throws back, didn't you fucking have a girlfriend in high school? Which, coming from someone that's currently fucking this guy, is kind of like bringing up past dates. It's like, didn't you fuck someone back in high school?
I don't
And he's
think-
like,
It says
yeah, I
it
fucking did.
says they're ex.
Yeah, that's
She's
what I was
the-
thinking. There's no way this dynamic they're fucking. That's an ex, and she's obligated
What,
to be
in the
around
front
him.
seat?
Yes,
It says
she's
it's
obligated
says
to be
it's
around
Oh,
him.
it does.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
his
yeah.
ex. Fuck, I wish I picked up on that.
Yeah.
What's even more alarming is that she's driving him around then.
Well, she's obligated to stay around this idiot because of the child.
She's scared of him.
She fucked this
She's
idiot
scared
like
for
years
him.
ago, and now she's
Oh,
got to stick around.
I see.
And so, like, she doesn't want to, but she's honestly defending.
Oh,
this
that
kid.
makes a
She's
lot more
like, I'm making
sense.
sure he's safe. every
Yeah,
time
that
he's
makes a lot
around,
more sense that
you
she's
know?
looking after her son. That makes
precisely.
sense.
Yeah, and then she snaps here. Like she's
Yeah,
like,
well, what's even more alarming is like we said earlier, the mics are on. But not only that, like on the golf course, you can sort of forget.
This is, as you're watching this, you should remember this is good behavior.
This is them at their
This
best.
is their best.
Yeah, this is when the
This is
cameras are
camera
on.
worthy. Yeah.
So not only that, this is when there's someone sitting in the fucking front seat of this car with a proper documentary camera, and he's like,
Perfect.
"Yeah, fuck it." Like,
roll it.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend in high school, but I'm trying to tell him it's a mistake.
I'm just confused.
What are you confused for?
I'm just confused because you did the same thing as me.
I know, but listen to what I'm explaining to you. Okay? If I
See how quickly his demeanor changed?
Let it play the
Yeah,
whole
let it play,
time,
let
but,
it
but
play. Get inside
also
the
go
car.
back a little bit just until his face changed, and then leave it just roll. Let it
Yeah.
roll.
Watch his face change,
He's happy,
and
he's like, "Oh wait, my dad."
you know what the worst part about this is? I've lived this life, so it's fucking sad,
It's
but
real. It's real. It's gonna get real. Watch
It's
this.
real.
Let it roll, skin.
had a girlfriend in high school, but I'm trying to tell
Happy?
him it's a mistake.
I'm just confused.
What are you confused for?
I'm just confused because you did the same thing as me.
I know, but listen to what I'm explaining to you. Okay? If I get inside a car and I drive and I'm not paying attention and I wreck, and then I tell you, listen, when you're driving, pay attention to what you're doing. You're gonna tell me that you're confused because I did the same thing. I wrecked. You know what that means? That's a mistake. You don't tell me when we're done talking about something. You asked my permission, just like you asked my permission. Dad, can I play the video game?
all right. The reason I cut that like that, it's carried on. You remember when I showed you earlier when he looked over and him playing FIFA? When he looked over and saw him playing FIFA, that's carried on from the airplane to the car. Now he's like, you asked permission to play the video games because he looked over, saw him playing
you
soccer.
cut a bit. The son said, "Can we stop talking about this?"
Yes. So there was a little bit cut. So
Yeah.
the son actually said, "Hey, the mistake that
He's
the
like,
son made was
I don't want to talk about this."
He goes, "I don't want to talk about this," and the father saw that as a direct insult. He was like, "How dare you decide we're not talking about this?" You know what I mean? And that's where this fucking he's justified this anger sort of thing.
Yes,
So,
but the best part is the first thing he jumps to is you were fucking asked permission to play video games.
And it's soccer.
Yeah.
Because on the flight he's playing FIFA instead of fucking
If it was
NFL.
Madden, wouldn't have heard a word.
Yeah, if he was playing NFL on his iPad, it would have been fine.
That's right.
The first thing he jumps to is you asked permission to play video
EA
games.
Sports, only one way.
You just don't go play no video game. You asked me. Do you understand the difference between a statement and a question? You asked me.
Why do you treat me like I'm retarded?
Because you're acting like you're retarded.
I'm not retarded.
You're not retarded. You don't know the difference between a question. What the fuck? I don't. What you want to do? Get out the car and do what?
I don't want to talk about this.
What does that mean? I don't want to talk about this.
I don't want to be in the car right now.
I don't care. You don't want to do a lot of things that I make you do.
Yeah. So unlike the tennis mum who thinks the God's in control, this guy is like, yeah, you don't want to do a lot of things I want you to do.
That was like the son was pulling like as a call assist sort of thing where they're just waiting for you to say fuck off or call them a cunt or something like so they can hang up kind of thing like that. The son was just like, you're
When
calling
you're
me
on tech
retarded.
support?
And he's like, you are retarded. And he's like, I'm out of here. And he's like, but then he brought him back in the car with the threat of violence. You know what I mean? It's like very different to a customer call.
Fun guy.
Yeah, tremendous.
Fun guy.
This guy is clearly he loves his son. There's a lot of love oozing out of this guy, but he clearly cares about the kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So
I need to structure these clips a bit better.
No. Yeah, we got to figure out how to land on a dad that's proposing.
A funny dad.
Yeah,
a fun, cool dad. It makes his kid play lacrosse or something.
I kind of found it funny that he was like, why are you talking to me like I'm retarded? And he goes, you are retarded. And he goes, I'm not retarded. That is what I found funny.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It's a funny clip. We all know that.
Dude, that kid's, and like I said, that kid actually, like him and his stepmom, I guess, or whatever, like his actual mum.
That's actually tricky because you feel like, is that kid okay? You know what I mean? Is that kid,
and he is okay.
Is that all right?
Dude, he's doing fucking so well. You know what? He's actually not playing football anymore, believe it or not. He's having a fucking time of his life, probably abusing drugs.
He's doing medieval cosplay now.
Oh, and that's the pod, guys. Thank you for sticking
Thank
around.
you so much, folks. I appreciate it. Cheers.
We gotta
Thank
fucking
you.
wrap it
Cheers.
up. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're all fucking
There's
awesome.
1,000 people here. The camera can't see.
Thank you, guys.